Hey Virgo, and see what's going on for Virgo. All right, so you have the Ace of Swords, clarity, logic, power. Um, I feel like this is some sort of forward momentum for you guys, Virgo. I feel like this is you going, I see my situation as it is. I only have so much power. I only have so much resolution in this. And so I feel like coming, the Ace of Swords is definitely saying, deal with what you know, deal with what you can control, deal with what makes sense to you and what you actually know clearly. Clearly, your job or your kids or, your fur babies or whatever. So this to me is saying I'm focusing at the task at hand. I know I have the power to change my life in any direction I want. I really feel like this other person is kind of absentee. You're not communicating, they're not communicating, and I feel like you're just like, I don't have any more time or energy to give to this right now. The next card you have is your current position coming into the month. Yeah, and you have the Death card. Death card is not a physical card. The Death card is actually a wonderful card. It's about change, it's about transformation, it's about rebirth. Now, there could be a rebirth coming between you and this person, but right now I feel like this is more of a major transformation for you, Virgo. This is you stepping outside of the box and saying, you know, this may be the best thing that ever happened is us not getting back together. I feel like there's a finality here, especially with that Ace of Swords, just because it feels like you see things clearly. Like this has been a toxic relationship, or this has been kind of a snake in the grass type situation. It's just not working. And the Death card is saying, I'm ready to, start again, transform. Now, again, like I said, it could be a rebirth of an old situation, but I'm feeling more of a change or a transformation coming out of the Death card, a rebirth in yourself, so to speak. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Sun card. The Sun card is about solutions, also clarity. Both of these cards represent a clear, like the fog has lifted. So Virgo, I very much feel like you're with the Sun, you're going, I see the solutions at hand. I don't necessarily know that it means there's solutions with this person, but maybe solutions to kind of clean up your life in a fresh light and believing in yourself. Because I feel like there's been some back and forth on should I or shouldn't I, or do we have closure? Do we not have closure? Should we get closure? Should we not get closure? And the Sun is saying, look, all solutions will come in time, but right now your focus should be on what you do see clearly. It's weird. It's almost like they're saying the veil is lifted or the fog has lifted. Like you've been seeing things with rose-colored glasses, or you've been worried about things that you can't control, and now you're kind of like, okay, what I can control, what I can see clearly, I'm pushing forward and I'm changing my life for the betterment of me, the betterment of my kids, fur babies, whatever it is for you. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. So some of you, maybe divorce is what's happened or that's on the table. The Four of Wands is actually a very beautiful card. It's about completion. It's about happiness, resting. But this is in your distant past. And so I feel like with this person, you guys were living together, or you were married, or you were thinking about getting married, or you have kids together. There's something very significant that has, kept you guys maybe longer than you should have, or maybe longer than you thought together. Now, the universe is putting this out here from the distant past saying you can have this again, whether it's with this person or somebody else, we'll see. But the Four of Wands is saying, there's definitely a happiness or resting. You've gotten to this place before where you're rested. Right now, I think you're riding high, like high vibrations on worry and what's going on and stress and not knowing the unknown, and that made it harder, that made it worse. And now you're kind of like, no, whether it's with this person or somebody else, I know I can achieve it. I know I can achieve this again. I know I can achieve a happiness, a resting place with somebody. Again, whether it's new or old. The next card you have is your immediate past. So the past few months, you could be dealing with Cancer, because you have the Chariot popping out here, and the Chariot is Cancer's card. And the Death card, Scorpio. I don't know if I mentioned that. You could be dealing with the Scorpio or have Scorpio placements in your chart, but water sign energy obviously going on here heavy. The Chariot is self-identification. It's forward momentum, but it's understanding where you're going, where this other person is going. The biggest thing with the Chariot is it doesn't move forward if two people are going in different directions, right? It only moves forward if either you're driving the Chariot solo or somebody else is on the same path as you. Now, it doesn't have to be a perfect path, because obviously, there's going to be differences. There's going to be bumps along the road. But the Chariot definitely signifies forward momentum. And this is forward momentum on your own. Virgo, this is you saying, I know where I'm going. I know what I want. I see clearly. There's a lot of clarity here. I see the solutions on to get where I'm going. And again, going to the past maybe where you want to go. And I know you're like, fuck, I don't want to go to the past. What are you talking about? But no, a place where you were resting, a place where you felt that things were moving, where there was a completion of, this is the person I'm going to be with. I'm not saying this is the person you're going to be with. The ex is the person you're going to be with, or these people that you're thinking of are the people you're going to be with. Just the fact that you can have happiness again. This is saying, realize in the past you succeeded in forward momentum and making things happen. What you do need to concentrate on, though, is you and getting the clarity and finding out what is exactly you want and having the transformation in order when that person does come in, you guys move in succinct direction on the Chariot. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Two of Swords. Well, you could be dealing with two people. I feel like, though, this is more of your heart and head challenge. The Two of Swords is decision making. If you don't make a decision, you end up at a stalemate, okay? Where the Two of Swords is like fighting your head and heart and saying, well, I love this person and I thought we were going to have X, Y, and Z, and I see where we can make it happen possibly. Maybe there could be a rebirth. And then some of you are going, hell no. Like, this can never happen with this person. I need to completely cut this off in order to get back in tune with myself and get back in tune with what I want. So for some of you, I feel like, well, actually, to be honest, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. For a lot of you, I feel like you see yourself moving forward, but possibly with somebody new. Just because I don't feel like at this point, they're showing up as somebody you're feeling like ecstatic about pursuing, or I don't feel like a lot of energy coming from them trying to pursue you, if that makes sense. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month, and you have the Justice card. Well, yeah, justice is served. This is Libra's card, so you could be dealing with a Libra or have Libra placements. But justice is about cause and effect. Hey, you cheated? Guess what? I leave you. Whoa, big surprise. It just, like, anything you do has a cause and effect. There's a morality here. There's the scales, right? So if I choose this behavior, if I choose to take this step, then this is what I get. And it's not negative. I mean, if I choose to love and give warmth to somebody, then hopefully the outcome is that it's reciprocated, or that at least I know I've been the best person I can be. And I feel like here you're kind of like, well, you know what? Justice is served. I stuck this out. I wanted all of this. I thought we could make this happen. I thought we were going in the same direction. I you know, for some of you, I feel like you're like, I even let things slide, like, you know, discrepancies in, you know, text messages that came through. I don't know, for whatever reason, they're showing me like, oh, why is so-and-so texting? And there was like a big, you know, whole description as to why. And really, in reality, it really shouldn't have happened. So my point is, justice is kind of saying, well, justice is served. Interestingly enough, it is also a marriage card. Justice is justice of the peace, getting married. However, I don't feel like this is applying to your situation now. I do feel like this person was somebody you saw yourself getting married to. Like I said before, could also entail somebody you are married to, that you're separated from, that maybe divorce is in the picture, or maybe you guys are trying to figure things out. I don't necessarily feel like this is marriage coming anytime soon with this person until you guys can really find some solutions and see things clearly. Right, because coming into the month and throughout the month, you have the Devil, which is Capricorn cards. You could be dealing with a Capricorn or have Capricorn placements, but the Devil is toxicity. So this could happen beginning, middle, end of the month, but this person is coming back. There's not a lot of change here. They're still showing a toxic energy. Now, cross watchers, this can be reversed. Just don't be nasty, because I read for the sign that I'm reading for. But there's some sort of toxicity about this person. It could be vices, addictions. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be jealousy. It could be controlling. It could be narcissism. Alexa, narcissism definition.
Narcissism is usually defined as inordinate fascination with oneself, excessive self-love, vanity. For more, ask me to give
Alexa,
definitions
off. So, as you heard, it's about somebody who's obsessed with themselves. And Virgo, I feel like this is kind of a situation some of you have dealt with. Some of you have dealt with the devil sneaking in and saying, I love you, I want to be with you, but it's all about them. And it's weird. I see somebody who like went to the supermarket after work, and this person's like, where'd you go? What were you doing? Who are you with? Just weird, like some icky type of vibe. I don't know why. And cross watchers, again, it can be reversed. I don't need to hear it in the comments. But this person, Virgo, is not coming through with good energy. But I think you know that. That's why you're transforming. That's why you're ready for these changes. That's why you're like, this isn't going to work the way it's been. Can we possibly work it out? Eventually, maybe. But again, I feel like you're like, justice is served. You screwed me over. You lied to me. You were jealous. You were narcissistic, whatever. And now you got just cause. Now you have the Eight of Pentacles is how you're feeling throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. This is work. Work, 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 work. Virgo, you are an earth sign. You work, work, work. This is the only earth sign card you have coming in. So this is kind of like what you know to do best is work on yourself, work on paying the bills, work on taking care of the kids, work on focus your energy on anything but the toxicity. The next card you have is your fear or hope for the outcome of the month. And you have the Queen of Wands. This is, they immediately said, be this person. Be this person. Male or female, I don't assign sex to the cards, but the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very full of confidence, very full of ferocity, very sensuous, very sexy. People are drawn to this person. So your fear is that, you know, maybe I won't find this again. Maybe I won't. And the universe is saying, oh, no, bullshit. We call bullshit, Virgo, because you will be finding this again. That's why this is coming up. You've had it in the past, you'll have it again. The Queen of Wands is saying, no, stand true to your ground. Whoever this is, you know, I'm not saying that they can't come back. I'm not saying this can't happen. But right now, they are holding you back versus bringing you forward. What is that song? What is that song by Lizzo? You should be holding me down, but you're holding me back. Something like that. This is saying, release that energy. Make those changes. Make the transformation within yourself. If they can come back and show up without the toxicity, then maybe you can make it happen. Yeah, see? Right there, in your face. Not your face, like not like in your face, but like right there. In your face, kind of, because that card is in your face. The King of Pentacles, the king of your sign, the king of earth sign, the king of stability, business-like, holding yourself to a higher standard, holding yourself to a higher vibration, understanding that you don't need all this drama. I mean, that's blatantly what they're telling me is, holy crap, Virgo, how much drama do you need in your life? You don't. And you're not willing, like, no. Charging ahead, full momentum. Ace of Swords, I see things clearly. I know what works for me. This does not work for me. You pushed me. You got what you deserved. Now, here's the thing I was wondering about, though. You have the Moon clarifying this King of Pentacles, which I think you will reach this high vibration. I think you will reach this plateau of being able to let this person go completely if need be. The Moon, though, is Pisces card. You have a lot of signs showing up, especially water. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, which is another earth sign, Libra, which is an air sign. But the Moon is about not knowing. The Moon is about a paranoia, if you will, or a confusion. I always use the same example, okay? The Moon is about somebody who's standing in the middle of the woods. There's barely any light. You just have a sliver of moonlight, and there's a giant object in front of you. It's either a moose or a bear that can eat your feet, or a rock that you can go around. The Moon is saying, look, Virgo, at the end of the day, you don't know what they're doing. They don't know what you're doing. You really don't give a crap what they're doing. I feel like they are very intensely wondering what you're doing. At the end of the day, you don't know what they're up to, but you know what you're doing. So that's what's important here. You can see the clarity. You can see things. You're moving forward. You are being the King of Pentacles. That's all that matters, is what you can see, not what they can see. You're not worried about, hey, you know, like, do they love me? Do they love me not? It's like you're past that. It's like you're saying, no, I'm not doing this, but they're not. Virgo, they watch you or they look at your social media. And it's not creepy. I mean, there's always creepy people anywhere you go, right? There's always creepy scenario anywhere you go. But there's definitely, you know, something with this Moon that's saying you don't really know what they're up to, and you're really not letting anybody know what you're, not that you're not letting anybody know what you're up to, but more like you're not, you've grown out of the energy to care. You've grown out of the energy to say, oh, I miss you. Oh, I want to be with you. You're kind of like, whatever you're up to, good for you. I hope it's good for you. I hope you feel better. I hope that, you know, you have a nice life. I really don't feel like at this very moment you're willing to go back to the situation until things change. You have the Tower card here, which is devastation. It's dissolution. It's destruction of something. I don't feel like you're devastated, Virgo. Some of you are, okay? Some of you are going to be like, Dark Dove, I'm still hurt about the situation. Nothing wrong with that. Oh my God, trust me, I've been through a breakup that has been devastating and a Tower moment. But the biggest thing about this is it's a dissolution of something that wasn't working, that was toxic, that wasn't working anyways. So you're ready to transform, and they're not. They would hold you back at this point. And the Tower, the best thing about the Tower is, as scary as it is, as scary as it can be to see everything around you just kind of dissolve, there's a foundation, a strong foundation that is still here for you to rise from, okay? Now, you have the King of Swords here, which is clarifying your distant future, and you had choices. Your head over your heart, or making a choice between two people, or making a choice that's best for you. And the King of Swords is saying, this is truth and just. It's going over the Justice card saying, no, the truth is here. Virgo, you're not stupid. You see it. You know what's going on. Like, you absolutely see it and know what's going on. With these clarity cards, the King is saying, no, I finally see you for who you are and what you bring to the table. And right now, that's not much. But guess what? I can. Because you have the Queen of Wands twice saying, I've got this. Like, I have got this in the bag. Like, you don't understand. I was born to make shit happen. And that's what you're doing, Virgo. You're making stuff happen. Sorry. People get irritated when I cuss, but I don't really care, because that's my emotion coming out. But this Queen of Wands popping up twice is saying, no, Virgo, live for you. Live for what's good for you, what's healthy for you, what's going to be good in your relationship. Because then you have the Hierophant, okay? Hierophant is Taurus's card, man. You've got all sorts of people showing up, like I said. The Hierophant is, again, Taurus's card, but it's also a very religious aspect, so to speak. The Hierophant is about learning, and about learning from your mistakes and growing to be the better person that you can be, and self-improvement. This is somebody who's like meditating and devoting themselves to themselves and the people around them who deserve it, devoting themselves to their family and making sure that they're taking care of everything that matters, and everything from the ground up, making sure that you have this stable foundation. And that's what you need to think about here. Then you have the Queen of Swords, okay? The Queen of Swords is somebody who is very wise, learned their lesson, but also very, very clear. You have a lot of clarity cards, Virgo, which is like, have you been wearing rose-colored glasses? Has this toxicity been blinding you? Because clarity. And now the Queen of Swords is also somebody who sees things very clearly and understands them, but is also very critical and says, yes, you may come into my life, or no, you may not ever enter my life again. And I think you're at the position of, right now, they're not welcome, they're not going to be welcome, but you may deal with them down the road. Just depends on how, I mean, you have a lot to say, a lot of things that you disapprove of, but rightfully so. This isn't a condescending or a conceited towards the other person. This is more of, you put me through some toxic bullshit, and I finally understand this isn't working in my life. Now, the next card you have is the Witchwood Oracle, which I love. They're meant to be read upside down or right side up. I usually don't read reversals, but I do with this card. And you have the Mask, which is disruption. And I think that's what this person brings to your life right now. Okay, you can get mad at me, cross-watchers or whatever. Please keep it light, because I will remove nasty comments. But at the end of the day, like, right now, Virgo's on the path of making their life healthy. And if you can contribute to that, then I think that they would be willing to have a conversation. If you can't, then I think Virgo is on a path of new self-love, of transformation. Now, you have Fiona Fluffington. If you stumble, make it a part of the dance. Perfect. You have the Queen of Wands twice. If you stumble, oh well, get up, be confident, wipe yourself off and say, hey, I got this, Virgo. I got this.